Hello and welcome to Karma's a Stitch. I'm Tonya, and this is a channel where we talk about knitting or crochet or crafting or whatever. I have tried really hard. I don't get into a whole lot of personal stuff. I've been trying to keep my episodes a bit shorter this year. We do have lots of personal stuff going on. You might hear some new chickens chirping. We have new baby chicks. We have my brother here with his 2 dogs. And we've got Alex full time. We've just got a full house. And Anthony's always holding the baby chicks. They're right in the next room, and you're gonna hear lots of stuff. So I'm Tonya. This is Karma's a Stitch. I believe this is episode 114. And what I've been doing this year is I've been taking a project bag off of my whip wall, and I am working monogamously on projects, getting them done. I have had several of my projects on the needles for really, really embarrassing lengths of time. So I decided I was going to have a friend come over. Thank you, Erica. And she came over and she prioritized them and she put them in some semblance of order. And my only request was, like, if I had a really complicated one, the next one I needed an easier one for my brain. Or if I had one that was really far from being finished, my next one I wanted a little closer. So she did great so far. I've really been enjoying it. I've gotten a lot off the needles. So at the end of episode 113, you will have seen I pulled this project bag off of the whip wall. But we're going to interrupt your regularly scheduled project because something unexpected popped up. I had a friend, a dear friend, was having a new grandbaby. They weren't having a grandbaby. Their child was having a grandbaby. And it struck me deeply that I wanted to make this baby a baby blanket. And the one that I made, 2 years ago for baby Tabitha was such a lovely gift. And it was so much fun to make and such a fun pattern. And I just did the pressed flowers cardigan that I decided I was going to do that again. So my friend does not live in Idaho, but they happened to be here visiting. So while they were here, I had them, I'm going to cover up their child's name, but while they were here, I had them handwrite a card for their child and new baby, because the baby wasn't born when they were here in Idaho. And they left me with the card, and I worked on a baby blanket for their new grandbaby. And so I put this project away. So we're not going to talk about this project. We're going to talk about the new baby blanket that I spontaneously cast on and worked on and stitched and prayed over and loved on every stitch. And then you hear that baby bird? She doesn't sound too excited. So that then we can gift this to the new baby and we can put it in the mail because the baby is here now. So let me show you. Isn't it beautiful? So right now it's folded in half up here. So it opens up again this way. Didn't this turn out just gorgeous? So each day that I worked on this, I sent a progress picture to the grandparent who's a friend. And I was able to show them each day, here's my progress, here's my progress. And I'm going to include those pictures because it was kind of fun to watch this blanket grow. I will share the yarn I used because this is the second one that I've made. And I did use the pressed flowers pattern, you know, like on the cardigan that I just finished. And I just used the chart, right? And I used eight stitches over here on each edge at the beginning and end of each row. And I used a size 9, a US 9 needle. So the yarn that I used for this baby blanket is machine washable. It's 94% cotton and 6% nylon. So for a new mom with a new baby, she'll be able to put this in the machine and wash it and tumble dry. Obviously, it's hand knit. You want to be a little gentle with it. But how great is that? How great is that? So the wool that we used for the purple, this light purple that I used as the main color, right? That was the Juniper Moon Cumulus. And the colorway that I used was Lily Lollipop. I used 3 skeins of that. It's got 250 yards per 100-gram ball. And I have this much left of the third ball. So I used about 2 3/4 skeins of the main color on a US 9. And then for the flowers, okay, I used Juniper Moon Cumulus Rainbow, and this one was called Fluorescent Lights. The colorway was called Fluorescent Lights. And again, it's the same fiber content, 251 yards per 100 grams. But you guys, this is such a fabulous project for a baby. There's no holes for them to get their fingers stuck in. It's machine washable. It took me, I want to say it took me about a week. I don't know if you can tell in my voice, I did get a little bit sick over the weekend. I've been kind of laid up for about 5 or 6 days. And because it was kind of a congestion and I was coughing, I didn't want to work on the baby blanket while I was feeling like that. So I did put it away for a few days, and I had like an hour and a half worth of work to do to finish it. So I did pull it out. I did finish it. I even wove in my ends. I know, I'm sorry if you fell over, but the ends have been woven. Like, this project is complete. As far as the fluorescent lights, the rainbow, the cumulus rainbow for the flowers, I used 2 skeins for that. This is what I have left of that. And what I did was I started the first one because it started with blue on the inside and worked out to the red. And so with the first skein, I started on the inside with the blue and I worked my way up to the red. And then I pulled off some of the red and I got the second skein ready so that it was ready to start fading the other way. And then I just worked it from the red towards the blue so that it goes the opposite direction. So the blanket's doing a nice fade. But I did pull a bit of the red out of the middle so it wasn't extra red in the middle of the blanket. So I did do that. And then this is what I have left from the end of the second one. But what a fun project. And another FO. So there we have it. We have baby blanket gift. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to have this done and be able to put it in the mail and have it on its way to be snuggled around an absolutely new, beautiful blessing in a lovely family. So you guys, that's it for this week. I hope everybody's doing well, and I will see you all soon. Bye. Hi, I thought I would make a quick little video to insert into the one you're currently watching, because we do have the date for our next cast on party, and that is May 2nd. That is a Saturday. I'm looking at it right now, May 2nd. And I will open up a Zoom room on the morning of May 2nd. That is after Local Yarn Shop Day. Local Yarn Shop Day is the weekend before. I did look at the calendar and plan around that this year. So I am growing. I am learning. So we are going to have a cast on party. If you're interested in participating, message me on Instagram. I'll put my Instagram on the screen, and I will add you to an Instagram group where we can chat. But on the morning of May 2nd, I'll put the Zoom room details, and that's how you'll know how to join the party for the cast on that day. I won't put the Zoom room details in there until the morning of the party. So yeah, if you're interested, we have a date. Let me know if you're going to be participating, even if it's just for a tiny bit of time. All right, you guys, that's it. That's all. Let's get back to the video.